Hi, everybody. I'm Donna Reid, and this is Donna Reid Talks Voice. And the person I'm going to work with today is Michael. Hi, Michael.
Hi Donna, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Really, really good, thank you.
Could you, for our listeners, just give a little bit of a background, tell a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely, yeah. My name is Michael Pereira. I currently live in Paris, France. I, when I was in New York, I was a singer dancer person and worked with Anne Ranking and blah 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 blah. All these people, and I found Donna through her miraculous and wonderful husband Cornelius Reid. And then for Cornelius, I have been with Donna for the last 10 years. And my personal story is when I found Cornelius Reid, my voice was incredibly blocked. And through working with him and then Ariel Bybee and then finally Donna, I don't feel as blocked anymore.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And we'll just get going, see what happens, and see where we're at today. So, as you very well know, how I like to begin, just do an exhale. Inhales, you bring your arms up, get the air flowing, feel the air going in, feel the rib cage expanding, feel the air going out. That's it. Move around if you need to move around. Great. I say this a million times. I'll say it again. I like to start everybody that way with some kind of breathing because just getting the air moving is a good thing. And just again, for the sake of our YouTube listeners, I don't talk about support or breathing or anything that you have to do or strain or whatever. Just make sure the rib cage is mobile and it's moving and you get the air in and you get the air out. We don't want any kind of rigidity when it comes to the breathing. So just kind of breathe and see what happens. Great. Now, let's start with falsetto, whole octave on an oo. Great. And as we go lower down with it, you let me know when you sense it goes into a chest voice.
Okay.
Now, it still feels, quote unquote, feels like a falsetto, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, now I'll tell you what, before it even slips over to more of a chest voice, because there's actually an awful lot of chest voice participation in those sounds.
Okay.
So we're going to take that ooh, change it to an ah on the top note, ooh
Okay.
ah, then come down on the ah. Again, don't force a falsetto, don't force a chest voice. See where it wants to go.
Ooh, ah.
Now that's interesting. You hear that little shift
Mm-hmm.
from the third to the tonic there, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now you kind of know that's going to happen. I
Mm-hmm.
want you to do it again and just kind of negotiate that shift, which you did already. But now that you know it's going to do
Okay.
that, see what you can do with that.
Cool. Ooh, ah.
Wonderful. It was a much smoother transition to there.
Mhm.
Watch the bottom note. There is an itty bitty 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 push on it.
Okay. Ooh, ah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
just a
fussy.
little one. Yeah, I
Yeah.
felt. Yeah.
Now I'll tell you what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing happening is that you're actually going a little bit louder on the top one.
Okay.
Yeah, hold back a little bit more on the top one. And again, even though you know it's going to go into some kind of a chest voice, you're going to make that transition, still really hear that falsetto dominance.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Ooh, ah.
Definitely better. Now
Hmm.
I'm going to show you how we're going to work this.
Okay.
Um, we're going to stick with the falsetto, and you're going to do ya 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 in the
Hmm.
falsetto. Try not moving your jaw and just
Okay.
move the back of your tongue, and
Okay.
keep it real compact.
Okay. Ya 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 ya.
Great. You hear that?
Yeah.
Now, can you do ya 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 ya? And again, don't worry about chest voice or falsetto,
Okay.
but keep it in that little compact thing.
Okay. Ya 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 ya. Ooh, that was weird.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good. Great.
Yeah. Ya 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 ya.
There we go.
Yeah, yeah, that was way better.
There we go. There
Yeah.
we go. So, a couple of things. Um, Once we figured out that it was going to go from a falsetto to a chest voice on the bottom, I
Mhm.
think even the anticipation of, oh, that's what it's going to be, threw it off a little bit.
Mhm.
Second thing was, I kind of sensed that maybe I had tried to have you pull back with the volume, but I kind of sensed that maybe you were over opening your mouth for the ooh ah from the other
Mm.
exercise.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, let's get a little bit more of a compact adjustment. So I
Mhm.
had you do the ya ya ya. Now, once we did that, then to your surprise, the chest
Yeah.
voice came in
Sooner. Yeah. Yeah.
a sooner on those
Yeah.
notes.
Yeah.
Now, and then the bottom one was perfect. Then there
Yeah.
was absolutely no
Yeah,
problem
I
with it.
felt it. It didn't have any push whatsoever. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So we're going to stay along these lines then.
Okay.
Same idea. Start on the falsetto side. Don't move your jaw, ya 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 ya, etc., etc.
Okay.
But as we go down with it, if the first note tends to then want to be a chest voice, that's okay too.
Okay.
Just know it's not that loud. Obviously, you have the right amount of energy for it. So
Mhm.
just watch that it's doing ya 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 without moving your jaw for the moment.
Cool. Ya 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 ya.
Brilliant.
Ya 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 ya.
Yeah.
Ya 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 ya.
Great.
Ya 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 ya.
Great. Next one.
Ya. Ooh. Ya 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 ya.
Exactly. And you
Yeah.
were surprised because that
Yeah.
one added more chest voice.
Yeah. A lot more. Yeah.
Now, this is really interesting, and things seem to pop up when I do these classes for my YouTube channel that bring about a point that I need to make. And this is a great point I need to make for all of my male students out there, or all the male singers out there who are wondering about this falsetto chest voice thing. It's neither one nor the other in an ideal world. It's a mixture of a little bit falsetto, it's a
Mhm.
mixture of a little bit of chest voice. But because the feels are so very different, the falsetto feels like this one thing, and the chest voice feels like that other thing. The in between one is this weird in between feeling where every one of my male students say, that's weird. What is that? I don't know what that is. I don't know what to
Mhm.
do with that. And especially when I have them do an exercise like this where I say, don't worry about chest voice or falsetto, let it do whatever. It's always a surprise as to where it's going to mix. Now,
Mm.
we've been working for some time,
Yeah.
and it doesn't always add, if we did the same exercise, it doesn't always add the falsetto or the chest voice on that note, on a
Right.
particular note, on the
Yeah.
same day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, that was the last one I just did. That
Yeah.
one?
Mhm.
Yeah. So decided to, that's the F sharp, decided
Okay.
to, no, I think it was lower actually. Anyway, it decided to add the chest voice on that note. On another
Mhm.
day, it might add it lower. It might add
Yeah.
it higher.
Yeah.
Now, you notice that when we did the ooh to the ah, which we're going to go back and do right now,
Okay.
it's going to have a whole different thing because the chest voice wants to come in somewhere else as opposed to the way we did the ya, 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 right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Because it's more narrow, right?
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's go from the ooh to the ah. Don't even worry about your mouth position.
Okay.
Ooh ah, starting in the falsetto, and just see what happens with the ah on the bottom.
Okay. Ooh, ah,
You see, and I still don't like that as well
Yeah, yeah.
as
I
the
can
ya ya
feel it.
ya.
Yeah, I can
So
feel it.
something so me as a teacher, I would
Hmm.
say, all right, today for whatever reason, because you and I have done this exercise 1,000
Yeah,
times,
totally.
and some days it's okay, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Let's keep doing that. Today, for whatever reason, your voice is saying, nope, I don't want this exercise. So now we have to get that out of your throat. So let's go back to the ya 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 ya
Okay.
ya ya and do that one.
All right. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So your voice says, yeah, I want that one today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now, that top note that we just did, when you did
Mhm.
it now, did that seem like a falsetto? Did that seem like a chest voice? Did that seem like
Total
some kind
falsetto for me.
of total falsetto? Now, that's
Yeah.
really interesting because there still is a little bit of chest voice in there.
Mhm.
So even though it feels false, it doesn't have a completely false sound. Now, I'll tell
Mhm.
you what we're going to do with this guy. We're going to go the opposite way with it. The
Okay.
same ya, 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 ya. And see where the top note goes. It may
Okay.
be more chest voice. It may be switch to the falsetto. Who knows?
Okay.
Just watch your jaw.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Now, how did that top note feel?
Much more connected.
Much more connected, but still a little on the falsetto side?
No, not at all for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Now, that was perfectly in line with everything else you sang.
Okay.
Now we're going to go back to starting a little
Up
bit on
there.
that falsetto side
Okay.
and just again comparing that top note, that specific note with the other ones.
Okay.
Same idea. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Now, see if you have an ear that's attuned to it, that's slightly different from the other one, but there are a lot of properties that are similar.
Mm. To
You
me,
see?
they feel completely opposite.
Exactly.
Inside
Feel.
here, yeah.
Exactly. Now
Yeah.
you definitely hear on the way up more chest voice in there. You
Hmm.
definitely hear it, but it's not that far away from this quiet one. So
Oh,
we're gonna do this
okay.
another way. You're gonna do the ya 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 on the bottom because for today I love what that ya 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 is doing.
Hmm.
You're gonna do ya ya ya, and then you're gonna do this sound that you just did, this kind of mixy falsetto-y guy.
Uh-huh.
No ya ya's. So
Okay.
ya 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 ah, and then ah 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 down.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you wanted to, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
No,
coming
no,
now.
no, I did not. That was
Okay.
perfect.
Okay,
That
great.
was perfect. That was perfect. Now, you hear that mix on top, right?
Yeah.
It's very connected to the bottom. There's no big break.
Yeah,
Everything's
I
smooth.
agree. Hmm.
Now you're going to do this. Start with the ya 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 again, but then go up ah. So ya 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 ah. Hold it just a little bit.
Okay.
Full. See what happens.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Great. Now, can you explain how you sense the difference in that full one on top and the one that was more piano?
Um, that's a good question. To me, it just felt like, I was, I don't know if it's the right word. I was just kind of leaning more into the sound. Like I didn't back off. I just kind of leaned into the sound. I put more
And
energy into the sound.
and how would you describe the register balance, this louder one as opposed to the softer one?
Not too much difference. Just like if we were talking numbers, the other time was like 60% head voice, 40% chest voice, and now it was like the reverse, like 60% chest voice, 40% head voice.
So they both kind of, how do they both kind of quote unquote feel similar, or this feels more
The,
chesty, the other one's
the first one felt more heady, and this last one felt more chesty, but to me, in the same exact place.
yeah.
Yeah,
So there was just a difference of the register balance.
yeah,
So there was a percentage
and
difference.
volume.
Of course,
Yeah,
volume,
yeah.
which again, I've said this before on my YouTube channel, and you gave me the in to say it yet again. If you're going to have, if one is going to have more chest voice, it usually comes with volume. More volume promotes thicker vocal cords,
Mm-hmm.
more chest voice. Less volume, thinner vocal cords, more falsetto slash head voice. And while we're on the subject, an ah vowel, an a vowel, an a vowel is going to give you more chest voice. An oo vowel, o vowel, rounder vowels are going to give you more falsetto slash head voice. So, since we're playing around with showing things here and you're being very accommodating, we're going to do exactly the same thing you did. Forget about the ya, ya, ya on the bottom. I'm going to change the vowel altogether.
Okay.
You're going to do the same thing, the whole arpeggio,
Mm-hmm.
on an a.
Ah,
Let it
okay.
be broad. Let it be obnoxious. Let it be loud. I don't care if there's vibrato, if there's not vibrato. Don't even worry about any of that. It's just big, bold a.
Ah.
Now, how would you compare that one to the other guys you just sang? That same note.
Way more chestier than all of the other ones. The
Of course,
chestiest
way
one
more
of them all.
chestier. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, let's say you have to sing an ah vowel up there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this chesty guy,
Uh-huh.
and then change it to the ah, keeping the ah shape. All you have to do is drop your tongue for the ah. So
Okay.
ah, and then keep that broad ah all the way down.
Okay.
Now, that's interesting. You got a great sound up there.
Mm-hmm.
But did you notice how you rounded your mouth for the ah?
I
You didn't.
didn't. No, I can watch later.
And I'm glad you did that because I find this with a lot of people. So when you want that real belty guy up there, and again, the sound that you got was
Oh,
great.
right. You said to keep the position.
Exactly. Just drop your tongue.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not complaining about the sound. That
Yeah.
sound is legit, wonderful, fabulous. You could use it in a bazillion pieces of music. But we're looking for that real broad,
Yeah.
belty, ah, so you don't change your mouth at all. You
Okay.
just drop your tongue. Yeah, you
Yeah,
see?
yeah, and it's definitely
Now,
more
very,
right. And it's
very,
happier. It's happier. I'm smiling.
okay, well, okay.
Yeah,
If you need a smiling,
yeah,
happy thing, right?
yeah.
Or, the thing is that's interesting though, because again, when it comes to doing anything beltier or more aggressive, it's always most efficient in that ab position. So even
Mm-hmm.
though it looks smiling, in fact, you know what? I'm going to try and experiment right here. You gave me an
Okay.
idea.
Yeah, let's do it.
You're going to do the same but instead of thinking happy, and it's technically you're doing the exact same thing.
Uh-huh.
I want you to think it's a little bit more agonizing. So
Okay.
let's say it were a piece of music that was very dramatic, and this is the climax, and you're just pouring your heart out, and
Okay.
you're singing about something really painful.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same ah to ah, same physical position, but with a different thought.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
hear what
yeah.
happens with that.
Okay.
Now, do you notice a difference?
I mean, the color is like a little different, but it's 99.9% the same for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the intention is different.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
yeah,
see,
yeah.
so it's a similar way of approaching it, but the intention is different.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, yeah.
I would like what was your thought behind that one?
Oh, my thought was very clear. I was thinking this song called "Who Can I Turn To," and at the end it says "Go Away," and I was
Oh,
thinking
who can I
"Go
turn to if
away."
you
Yeah,
go away?
away.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know the song.
yeah.
All right.
That's what I was thinking. Actually, "Go Away."
Okay, so with you I can learn to, with you.
It's "But who can I turn to if you turn away?"
Okay, let me just hear you sing it, okay?
Okay, so that's an A natural. But who can I turn to if you turn away?
Great.
Yeah.
Now
Just
you
kind of
say,
threw it off.
there you did. There you did it, right?
Yes.
Now, the only reason I wanted a piece of music is I wanted to hear the sound when it came to the intention.
Okay, yeah.
You see what I mean?
Gotcha, yeah.
Can you do that exact same thing
Mm-hmm.
and you know what to do technically with it?
Yeah,
And you've got the turn away a sound,
yeah,
which is absolutely perfect for this kind of a thing.
yeah.
I want you to really think, don't change anything you did physically, because
Okay.
physically the way you approached that was perfect. Now, what I'm going to do is add the intention. I mean, really clear intention.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you work harder. That
Okay.
doesn't mean your body does more.
Which I have a tendency of doing.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
why I want you to kind of go inward, really get a sense of it, think the thought, and just do exactly what you just did without any extra added thing because you're thinking the intention.
Gotcha. But who can I turn to if you turn away?
Yeah. Now, did you
Yeah.
notice anything different with that intention as opposed to the other ones, or was it about the same?
Um, it was about the same, but it was actually more peaceful for me. It was more peaceful inside.
And you know what? That
Yeah.
is the idea of practice.
Yeah, it wasn't like, oh my God, am I gonna get there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, we worked on your voice. We knew you were quote unquote warmed up, right?
Yeah.
You did all of that wonderful stuff. We did the phrase. The phrase is easy for you. We didn't really have to work on any of it technically.
Which I want to add, 2 years ago, that would have not been the case. So that's her work. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
It's the
you.
truth. Absolute truth.
But it's also they say you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear, right? So it's also
Okay, yes.
So it's your intrinsic talent and understanding of the process.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to do this very specifically. What
Mm.
I want to show mostly on this YouTube channel is the process. Yeah, your voice just wants to go there. It's easy. It does that. And again, important for our listeners to know, it didn't always do that.
No, it didn't.
So, what we want to show is at this point in your singing life,
Yeah.
this is the process that we need to go through. So, we went through this process. You got the idea of it technically, where things need to go, what things need to do. Then you throw that away and do the intention. Because
Mhm.
once you work on something very meticulously, technically,
Mhm.
then you don't want to think that when you're performing it. One wants to just say, all right, that's equated that
Yeah.
you go away, that a sound, that sound,
Yeah.
that broad kind of chesty or belty sound is because of the way you have to express yourself at the moment. You're not going to express yourself in that song by saying, if you go away.
Yeah.
You're not going to drop your jaw, round up the sound, because you're not going to get, who do I turn to?
Yeah. Yeah.
You go
Yeah.
away. You
Yeah.
need that anguish and that and those beltier sounds, they make for more of either over the top excitement or anguish or anger or extreme happiness.
Mhm.
Now, that's different than the kind of happiness, extreme happiness or anguish or anger that would happen in a classical piece of music,
Yeah. Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
But this is more of the, Broadway, gospel, jazz, whatever, that kind of thing going on.
Yeah. This is a real classic Broadway song. Yeah, it's a real
Yes,
classic Broadway song.
absolutely, absolutely, and which I love, of course.
Hmm.
So I think that's a very good place to end, and thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Donna.
Thanks for watching Donna Reid Talks Voice. If you have any questions for me about this episode, please visit my website and click Contact.